The Highland Hills tower the skies. But the shadows they cast draw the spirits near. After all, tomorrow.
Hey.
See, yeah, I did Louise come in there just so as it would so as you get a surprise. You see, I seen her pop in.
Yeah.
But welcome
I was doing
everybody.
voicemail.
I know. Ladies, we're sorry we're late. We were gabbing. We can't. We couldn't help ourselves. We had to have a gab. It's notorious. People are terrible for it, as we always say.
Did you say it was Jenny's fault?
No, I says we were gabbing. I says we were
sorry,
gabbing.
I'm just hearing it's Jenny's. I'm just hearing it's Jenny's fault all day, so I thought I heard that.
But I wouldn't worry about that. I wouldn't worry about that.
We wouldn't blame you.
Everything will be fine. So, guys, tonight we're obviously going to be talking about a very, very interesting castle in Ireland, Leap Castle. It's a place that I actually don't know much history about, but luckily, I know these two people down here. We've got Lulu here and we've got Jenny here, and we're going to get told stories of strange and unknown things in the darkness. Okay?
Yes, you shall.
Feeling relaxed.
Before all that, welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Christopher didn't. Yeah, I'll say it. Welcome to the show.
I know. I've got. I just get excited that actually I've got something that actually works, because my last streaming service, the last time I had you on, the streaming network thing just didn't work.
Oh yeah.
And this is so much better.
I'm looking to do this as well. I'm looking to leave the other one that I'm on, but I wanted to see how this goes. How it works.
Well, it's. I won't say this.
There's a lot of different gadgets on it.
I know.
I will say this. It's quite difficult to get to use.
Oh lordy.
Was that right?
It plays the streams for you. See how in StreamYard you have to click your trailer and then click go live.
Yeah.
Well, with this one, as soon as you click go live, it plays it for you.
Oh, good.
Oh, I love
and it's the
that.
same without it.
I would like that.
I have done many times where I have messed up with it, or I'd forget to play it, and we're all sitting there, and then I was like, "Hold on."
So, who's all in the chat? We all go in the chat there. We've actually got quite a few watching tonight, but obviously we're going out through. Let me see. We're going out through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different destinations.
Welcome in, everybody.
I just ticked everything. I just ticked all the books. Where would you like to go live? And it was tick, 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 tick.
Welcome in, Facebook user. We don't know who you are unless you log into Facebook. So welcome in, Facebook user.
Hi, world.
Girls, Jenny, Lulu, how have you been? How have you been since the last time we seen you? Was there any investigations? Any strange things?
Lots. Yes.
Yeah.
Really. Go on ahead, Lulu.
No, you go on. You go on.
Well, I don't know if we said this to you before about of course we went back to the museum, the Drogheda Museum Millmount, because that is our team's location, and it's quite close to us, so we can do it quite easily. I don't know if we said this before, Lou. I'm not too sure. Where there was just myself, Louise, and Alan in the museum. Only about 2 hours, 3 hours max. It wasn't an official investigation, like live or anything like that. My dogs are having a party in the background, and we were upstairs on the 3rd floor, and Alan was doing the Estes method.
I've seen that.
That was on a different night. This one was quite private night with just the 3 of us, and so anyway, Louise did the Estes method first, and it was fine. It was good. We got nice answers. We got good answers. Alan went on to it, and
strange noises coming from Jenny's apartment.
In the corner.
Hold on, what have I got? Who you got?
Ghost of Lassie.
Never recorded too far away from me. And so Alan went to do the Estes method, but there was a new name coming through, and we've never heard this name before, Emma. And it seemed like the man was really annoyed with Emma, and we didn't know if he wanted us to leave or wanted Emma to leave. And but we were getting kind of like, I'm looking at Louise and Louise looking at me, and we're sitting on the ground, and we had this vibration inside the building. We know it wasn't outside. We checked the whole area. We did reenactments outside with the steel gate and and whatnot. And it was inside the building. I'm looking at Louise and Louise is looking at me, and I'm like, what? And like I was saying, like I have an awful back, but if I could have leapt. I could have leapt and thinking, pain? What pain? Gammy knee? What gammy knee? I would have leapt, to kind of like walk, run, or crawl.
Yeah. Come on, Halfrin.
We experienced something like that when we went to, was it Covington Castle, Drew, wasn't it? That Covington Castle. It was it's not like a normal castle. Ken, how you just get the tower castles.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And we walked in the main door, and I was drawn to the corner of the room. So I walked out at the corner of the room, and I felt like I was at a ship at sea.
I know.
I was standing right back, and I just could feel. I started to rock, and it was weird because the ground was just rock. It like filled in rock.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was really, really weird. And I've noticed that a few times now. I don't know if it's maybe because we're getting more awake to this kind of thing. When I go to locations and when I go into certain buildings, you feel like you're on a ship, like the Carmichael
because we
House.
felt it at the abandoned mansion as well, remember?
That's right.
Feeling.
I find I get that feeling when there's something trying to communicate with you.
Right.
It's like a kind of dizzy feeling. But I wonder, is it again like linked with vibrational stuff that you're getting?
See, I actually
in an ear.
I actually thought about this. What happens if it's right? What happens if it's right? You're in a room, right? And what happens if there's like different dimensional gateways opening? Like maybe the spirits are opening doors. And the electric magnetic energy coming off of that is making you think, well, it's making you feel just weird. As if you're out at sea.
Yeah.
It's just doorways opening.
That's what Louise said before. About different energies, and I remember you saying that before, Lulu.
Yeah. And because, like you say, our ears, of course, are for like our steadiness and things like that.
Yeah, your balance. That's right.
If it's vibrational or we're going through something, it's going to be penetrate, our eardrum, but maybe we can't hear it. But like that, it's giving you a dizzy feeling.
Yeah, the equilibrium feeling.
Oh,
yeah. It was just something we couldn't explain that night. We could not explain it. Yeah. We rattled doors downstairs. We rattled the handles. But did it make us stop? It did. And I was saying to Alan, because Alan was calling out. And Louise is like replying with her answers when she's doing the headphones and the Estes method. And she's no, yes, and so on and so on. Alan's like shouting. And he's like, what do you want? And it's like, you want us to go home? And I'm like, he was like so loud. And I said, I can't wait to listen back to this audio. And so I'm telling Alan, be quiet. Shh, listen. Well, he couldn't hear me because he was talking, shouting, and had headphones on. So you can hear a slap, and that's me slapping my hands and my thighs with frustration to say, shut up. So I had to end up doing a 9-point turn to get myself off the floor to even crawl over to Alan and tap him on the thigh to say, shut up. So it was a moment. And so we listened to the playback, and you can hear it. You can hear me slapping my thigh. You can also hear that trembling, the vibration. We think we know where it came from. Lulu, that transport room? We think it came from there where there's a glass cabinet, and inside it there's like silverware and so on. So we kind of shook that a little bit. It sounded like the vibration, and that was literally the room beside us. And Lulu thought she'd seen someone in that room. Right. But I was standing with my back to it, so I quickly moved and sat on the floor.
I think the next time we went there, we had Niall, who's my husband, and it was making noises again from that room. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's an attachment, or they're hanging out in there. Don't know.
Of the new people that we haven't had before, because we've never had that before. And we had,
Welcome lost souls.
huh?
Maybe.
I was just saying welcome into lost souls.
Oh yeah, hi.
Yeah.
And then we had Lou had the camcorder running, and we were all outside, and then we looked through the camera when we came here. Remember, we came back to the house, Lily, and then we had placed flowers, a bunch of yellow roses on the floor, because we heard that the woman liked she liked flowers. We didn't know what kind. We just got flowers, and Louise picked yellow roses, and I said to her, yellow flowers or yellow roses is a sign of friendship.
Yeah.
Right.
So we could see, the cellophane around it. You'd have to slow it down, but you can see the cellophane being squashed down.
Yeah.
But you can, yeah. Lou has all the video footage.
Really?
Yes, and then the lead beside it that's hanging down, that moves. We are outside.
The REM pod went off. I had put the REM pod right beside the flowers, because I'd seen it before somewhere. Like as in like a trigger object, and of course not thinking it would work. But anyway, yeah, when we were out like that, you just see the flowers the packaging get depressed down, and next thing the REM pod goes off. But you see with your earphones the lead for that was hanging, and you can just see that moving as well at the same time. It was really weird. Yeah.
That's
Good.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy. I mean, just to see that happen, I can use their experience ghost hunters and all that, but you'll be watching that and you'll be thinking, oh my God, I've been right all these years. There's life after death.
I feel a bit bad though, Chris. I brought those flowers home with me.
She did.
I did. I should have probably left them. But...
Ooh.
Is that why there's a woman in black standing behind you?
Yeah. She followed me home.
Oh, that couldn't help it.
Couldn't help that.
So the subject tonight is Leap Castle. I mean, what can you tell me about Leap Castle? I actually don't know that much history about it. Obviously, I've seen it in TV, with like maybe Ghost Adventures and stuff like that, and it's meant to have a goblin or something that lives in some room or something like that that'll attack you and stuff like that.
The elemental.
An elemental.
Yeah.
Yes.
What can you tell me about that? That's both of you can just fire away.
We will do our best. Because because we've been to it many times, but just it's still that you kind of you get taken away with your investigation and so on and so on. But I do have little books in front of me.
Ooh.
This is what I want to show you earlier, Lulu. This is Mildred Darby. Mildred Darby used to live there with her husband, and I would have to go through the pages. Let's see, people running around all day. But she loved doing seances. She was a writer as well, and her husband did not want her writing about stories of the castle. And it wasn't. He didn't want her to publish them, so she did publish one or two under a different name. Yes, I did read the book on the train on the way home from Offaly. I did. And everyone was looking at me holding my book like this. It's like, oh, she's one of those. And so she was they had staff working there in the castle. So to get more stories for her book, she had gotten some of the old employees back to the castle. One did not turn up because they didn't want to go back to it because of the elemental. The elemental is supposed to be like up to height of your knee, dark, black, like a goat. Smells awful, smells bad, smells like death, rotten eggs, you name it. I was going to say something there, but I shan't because we are live. I'm learning. And I'm not going to say it. I'll say it later, though. And so the elemental was seen up in the balcony. So in the banquet room, the elemental was seen up in the balcony. When they were getting ready for dinner one night, he was in his room and she was in her room, and they could hear one of the staff members screaming. So they ran to the banquet room where the balcony is. You know where the bed is, Lulu?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they stood and they looked up and seen this black shadow mist, but then it faded off into a mist like in front of their eyes. So the husband came down and looked up and seen nothing there. And he got so angry, he got so fed up and forbid her to write anymore and so on. But she kept doing it. He did find her books and so on and so on. So she loved everything with the seances, and she believed in life after death and so on and so on. So that's, and Mildred, she is an author. With the history of it now, and I do have it here in front of me because I am so bad with dates. Sorry, I'm sorry. So
that's what I did too.
Oh, I'm bad with history. It has to be in front of me, but that's the only way to do it sometimes, you know. So it's like standing strong over 700 years. The 13th century castle has been witness to tumultuous history. It is studied through the bloody histories and lives lost, love affairs and babies born. The castle walls have been staging ground for the dark histories that would have exceeded your wildest imagination. And we will say, like, it is a fantastic location to do. So the castle can be dated back to the early 13th century when it was built by the O'Bannon clan.
Wow.
In the late 15th century, it came under the rule of the violent and deadly O'Carroll clan.
Right.
All they did was fight, setting off the castle's bloody history. The Irish castle was passed from father to son for generations, with murders by oppositions, rival families, and even within their own clan, punctuating the O'Carroll's brutal history at the castle. By the mid-17th century, the castle moved into the hands of the Derby family, spearheaded by Jonathan Derby, the second, a Cromwellian soldier, and his wife Mildred Derby. What else? Again, as standard during the time, the castle's power was passed from father and son for years to come. Post-Derby's, another powerful clan, the Rhymes, held the stronghold on this magnificent manor. Revenge, rivalry, and power played roles in shaping this castle's history throughout the 18th and 19th centuries. Having lived long in the hands of those who swore allegiance to the British crown, the castle represented turbulence and pain for many Irish locals. As a result of this, the castle was burnt down in 1922. Without a doubt, its history offers death and beyond belief. Entire battalions have lost their lives here, and the family members murdered family members. With all this being said, it comes as no surprise that the Leap Castle in Ireland is one of the most haunted castles. So I could read on, and I don't know if you want me to read on.
Yeah.
Just about our experiences.
The hauntings.
The face, yeah.
I mean, I'll admit, I looked up some of the history too last night. I watched a video. I watched that. It wasn't a paranormal show. It was more a history kind of thing about the battles and stuff that I watched.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God. It was like the battles were really bloody. I mean, there was a lot of people died at the castle. I was like, good God. I mean, it's so interesting. But how do you think the elemental get in there? I mean, do you think it was invited in through a seance, or do you think it was maybe there because of the energies of the dead?
Some of them say that Druids, supposedly it was a site, a very spiritual site, and that Druids were attracted there, and that possibly that's where the elemental occurred, because he's meant to be linked with the elements. So, and then the castle then ended up being formed like that in the 13th century. So, don't know. And then, sure, I'd say supposedly he protects the castle. He's more of a protector. Yeah.
When you're doing an investigation there, what is the elemental do? Does it just run around about you? Does it just what does it actually?
He's had any experiences with it?
Aye.
Sorry?
Have you had any experiences with the elemental? Personally?
I haven't. Personally, myself, I haven't.
No.
The only thing I was seeing, I think I said this to you, Jenny, I was with a different team one time, and we were all sitting at the table, and this man's, felt like he was getting possessed, and whatever it was, he stood up and he had his put two fists on the table, and he started like talking whatever. But next thing I started noticing his face started all like coming apart, and it was like flesh coming off, and it's like it was actually a bit gruesome, but I was like, okay, what am I seeing? And I thought it was the candle flickering, but you could see, and he was so angry, this man that I was seeing coming through, and it's like he was trying to show me he was like a king. But whether that was the elemental or was that maybe to do with the bloody past, the way there was so much debt, and I don't know, but that was a little bit freaky.
I'm going to say something. Nah, I don't want anybody freaking out. I don't want
Yeah.
anybody freaking out, right? I said in the chat, I couldn't help it, right? I couldn't help it. I had to put it in the chat because I wanted to see if anybody else could see it. Lulu, is
Yeah.
there anything hanging in the door at the very back of you?
Oh, there could be. This is my brother's room. Yeah, well, clothes.
Is that what it is, right? Because for a second I thought I could see it's just the way the camera is. There's like
because
kind
she's
of
got it
moving
blurred.
black.
Right there.
Is like a kind of black shadow, kind of like moving about. I don't know if it's just the way the lights hiding things, and I'm sitting there and like,
Because she's got it blurred and it looks as if it's moving.
aye,
but
it
it's
looks
not.
Yeah.
it's moving.
The jacket
It's
hanging
moving
up.
about. There you go,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. It's fine.
Yeah, I think the Cherry's seen it as well by the looks of it. I think it's just
Aye.
the jacket, sis.
I just wanted to say, just in case. Can you see that, Jenny? Can you see?
Yeah, I can.
It's not that it looks like it's moving, which is weird.
Louise.
It does. It's moving. Like it's moving. It's like moving a bit. It's like as if it's going like that.
Maybe they like you, you know. Saying hi.
Shouldn't have picked up their roses.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, where's those roses, Lou?
I'll have to get them more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get them two lots this time
Yeah, that's
to make up for.
Hello.
They were nice.
But going back to the castle, I mean, that's really interesting about the elemental and how it shows itself and stuff like that. But what else have you got? That's scary. I will say that's scary about the person's face. Right.
Yeah.
If I jumped out in front of her, I'd probably peel out.
Just so you know, I didn't know the full-on history at the time as well. So I said it to them after what I was seeing, and I did see as well. Again, I didn't know about this, but there was a red mist that just popped up right behind him. So I said it to them when they were finished, when he calmed down and he came out of it or whatever. I says, look, I seen this. You look like you went into skeletal looking face. And I said, then I saw a red mist behind you at the end of it, like when you went to sit down. And the two of them just looked at each other, and then they looked at the top of the table where the head guy of the group was. And I was like, what's going on? And they were saying the elemental, but when I went to research the elemental, I was like, I don't think that's him. But there's also links sent to the Red Lady. Well, she supposedly shows herself as a red mist. I didn't know that.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think she likes men, doesn't she, Jenny?
No, I know. In the hello.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go there and I'll end up getting attacked or something like that.
Yeah, she has a dagger, supposedly. She goes around with her dagger, so you might get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll sit in the command vehicle outside.
She goes outside and she walks around.
She does, yeah.
I know in the bloody chapel, not the bloody chapel, the banquet room, there is a man there that does not like women. We know this. He doesn't like women. I know he doesn't like women.
Are the two other women related? Is the one that doesn't like men related to the guy that doesn't like women?
The husband and wife. It could be the There's cutlery flying and dishes in the banquet room. But we've heard him. Oh my gosh, we have heard him. I have the audio, and it's residual. It sounds very residual. And it's probably one of the best residuals I've ever heard.
Play if you want on here. If you want to share your screen, I'll let you up.
That one I can't put on. That one I can't put on, but I can send you privately, unfortunately. But we do have other audio. That one I just can't put up live, but I will send you privately. I know it's horrible saying, well, this is the best audio, but you're not going to get.
Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you.
Of course.
Yeah.
Got to keep some surprises for your channel and things.
Why?
That's really bad. But there is other audio that I could put up. Some videos of Lepcast that I could put up. Now, I'm really bad at sharing, but I can have a go at it.
There you go. I always make a total arse at test. I want
to make an arse out of this, though.
Because I was giving me a row for making an arse of things.
I don't know.
Because it's a new streaming platform as well.
Just press any button.
God knows what will come up. No, I'm joking.
Oh, look.
Click on the one at the top left.
Oh, I have it here. I have
my God.
I have it. I think I have it. Can we see it?
It's wait there.
Just needs to add it.
That's that.
Oh, there we are.
I'll give you full screen.
Remember, subscribe, guys.
Do we need more? We need more. We need more. We have fantastic outtakes on it. We have fantastic videos. But I will play. This is all Millmount. This is in Leap Castle. Now, the music to this is very funny. Lulu put the music on. We haven't stopped. So this one here now that I'm going to show you. This is when we first went into. We had done Redwood Castle the night before, and then we have done Leap Castle the night after. So
Right.
Curiosity, what's the one at the bottom with the guy's legs?
No.
I did that one.
That's what is that?
God, I was like,
That was Jenny.
That was Jenny in the Saturday morning.
She's getting up the stairs.
I said to my daughter, I said, geez, we're gonna lie down on the sofa. I'm still not skinny looking. That one there, yeah, I could give that one a bash. That's a desperate. But anyhow, let's get this video played. This one here I'm going to show you. We had just arrived. Lou is doing the camera work, and
Wait, Jenny, that's the short. Unless you want to show the one that's it's a little bit longer though, but it's a bit more.
It's on. This one here, going into my short.
No,
I turned a pretty knife that I stuck 10 times in his back.
I don't want.
that's Jenny's
makeup video.
That was a bonus. Video.
Oh my god.
Okay, here we are.
Yeah, down. Oh yeah, that one there, the second one.
Okay. So here we go. I'm going to play this for you. And what happens is this glass door that's in behind the other side is the green room, the conservatory as we call it. And it's a great area of the castle. So I'm sitting at the fire and so on, but nobody's out there. And you will see the door on the left-hand side close. And if you look at the glass on the right-hand side, you'll see that, when the door closes and that kind of changes reflection. But I'll play it anyhow.
I've been using Squarespace for all my websites for a long time, since I have so many different interests and business.
Step there.
Is someone after coming in?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Step there.
You can hear them.
Is someone after coming in? I just got that on camera.
What?
The door.
Is it open?
Did you not hear the noise?
It did. Is it closed?
How wide open was it?
Juicy.
Yeah.
That's great because I did see someone there. This is earlier though.
I thought for a split second you could see somebody's. I'll make it weird for a second.
Yeah.
Seeing the window pane, I thought in the outside you could see the reflection come in, somebody walking towards it.
Somebody peeking out and back in. Yeah, I've seen that as well.
Yeah.
Do you want to play it? Want to see it again?
Aye, please.
I have a little bit of a longer clip of that.
Is that the long one, Lou?
There's one that there's like none of that writing on it. It's just like original clip. Just check videos. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, there, just on your right hand side. Yeah.
Okay.
You can just see it's a bit of a longer clip.
We do lazy.
That's just the harp upstairs. You can see the door is open. There's no windows to let that in. If you get me, none of that can be opened. That window.
Very medieval looking, isn't it?
I love it. I
want to laugh at my picture.
Sorry, it's a bit of a longer video. But
Getting a good look at it, it's fine.
Yeah.
Creepy looking thing.
Isn't it?
So at that time, I was just doing shots for the video, and I could hear this growl in my ear. So that's why then I start coughing, and I turn around, and I look at the doors.
There's a step there.
See, you can see something there.
Yeah.
Is someone after coming in? I just got that on camera.
What?
The door.
Did it open?
Did you not hear the noise?
How wide open was it?
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's great because I did see someone there. This is earlier though.
Did you see it open?
I might have it on camera by fluke,
I heard it.
but
I heard the door.
Eamon was literally just walking there. Eamon was over here. I'm actually just by fluke because I have the camera. Like I'm just going around getting shots.
Yeah.
And
Can
that
you
was
rewind
weird.
that just 5-10 seconds?
Yeah.
Do you see the shadow at the bottom of the door before the door shuts? There's like somebody standing outside it.
Alright, never seen that.
Do you want me to play it again?
Yes, please.
Do you want the
I just
original?
fast forward to the part.
Okay.
For a second, I thought I could hear like a cat purring. I don't know what that was.
You have they're all like
Oh, that noise is just from the slightly purring noise is from my mic on my
Okay.
thing. But
right.
I was hearing the sound at the time.
See the shadow. Watch.
Step there.
Watch.
Oh, so you do. I never noticed that. You're right.
The shadow goes to the.
Is someone after coming
See
in?
the shadow at the bottom of the door before.
I just got that on camera.
It does.
The door. Is someone after coming in?
That's my open by.
Yep, there's
Step there.
clear. There's the shadow. Just as that thing
Oh.
looks up as
Is someone
well.
after coming in?
Niall.
Well spotted.
It's
Josh on Facebook seen it as well.
aye. You
Christine,
can just
cool.
when the door's slightly ajar for it's like half a second. You
Aye.
can see like something black coming
It's
in
as
under the
soon
door,
as
and then
that
the door
figure
closes.
appears.
We have photographs. I mean, I'd have to go through my list of photographs, but so myself and Tracy Day had come over from Afterlife research team in London, and she'd come over. We were standing in that conservatory room, and so she had a mobile phone. Everyone had gone to bed, and all the men went to bed, and the two ladies were left standing. Just saying, just saying. And we were, we were like 40 something hours. We were delirious at one point. Tracy thought Napa tree was a tennis ball tree. You know, when hallucination takes over and sleep deprived. But she was taking a picture. She took clicked a few times with her mobile phone, facing in towards this room here. We were standing in the conservatory room. So it was like the wardrobe and all that where she was taking a picture of. And in one picture, there's nothing, just see-through glass, nothing. And then in another picture, you'll see the outline of a dark shadow. We have it. Yeah, I don't have it. Well, I have it on my other SoundCloud and whatnot, but it is there. I'll send them on to you.
It's quite interesting, that one there. Good catch, by the way, Lula.
Yeah,
because of
that was genuinely fluky because usually you never get something like that on camera. It's like something happens to the camera, or you just don't have it, and you're like you experience it.
I think they wanted to be seen. I definitely think you wanted it.
Well, I was messing to Jenny on the way there. I says, "Oh, Leap Castle." I says, "Those ghosts in there." I said, "They're so used to people coming in from doing YouTube, TikToks." I says, "I feel like we're going to get something on a camera," and then that actually happened. So they were listening.
It's actually an amazing capture, and see what second. See if you get into YouTube on like a tablet or a phone, you can actually slow down the video. You can
Yeah.
actually change the frame rate, and it's amazing how it's like this left side. It's
Yeah.
the bit where obviously the start button is and the pause button is, and you can see the black shadow moving in, and then the door shuts.
She put it out as a little
Oh,
short.
I'll have to look at that now again.
I've seen
Put it out
that.
as a short on your channel.
Sorry?
That's good.
So you should put it out as a short on your channel.
Yeah.
I did, Drew. I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
You put that in as a short. Yeah, you do have it. I'm looking for other videos of shorts of Lep. These are all shorts of, because the page is just up and running new.
Mhm.
So we have to get more on. We do have like lives from Lep Castle. Do we have live from Lep Castle?
Yeah.
We do there somewhere.
It's a great spot though. It really is. Like you know the way you're saying there, like you get that feeling that you're on the sea. Well, you get that when you get onto those grounds, you just start getting feelings.
It's all that history, isn't it? It's just the history.
Well,
Yeah.
that's it. We'll have to go there next year.
We'll arrange it to
Yeah.
come over, and then we'll all go to Lep Castle. I know so many people want to come over, and I'm trying to arrange it for everyone to go to Lep Castle. I think we just get one date and get people over. Like I like me with I and Louise like less is more. But we only, you can take up to 10 people, but you can take more if you want. But we like to keep it very. My dog is kind of my.
Well, it was definitely doable. You just need to have a date to aim for.
Yeah, we've only got the Irish Sea to come across. No, I'll hire a rowing boat. We're coming in the ferry.
5 days later.
Covered in seaweed.
I take it that'll be another job for Alan to row.
I don't think he would go in the boat. I don't think he would go in the ferry. I think he gets seasick, you know. It is a very interesting place, that castle, and I definitely think it needs a big investigation.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We did an estimate method as well upstairs, and it was kind of interesting, wasn't it, Jenny? The stuff that was coming through when I was talking. Again, I didn't really know the names of families and all that. Yes, I knew of the O'Carrolls at that stage now, but there was some names. I actually think it was the lady the wife, isn't it? Sean's wife. I think I said her surname.
Aye. Yes.
Yeah. Weird.
Has anybody ever been attacked in it? I mean, like physically attacked. I mean, with quite bad.
With us, well, for me, none. With me, none. Touched, yes. Yes. What else? What about you, Lulu?
Yeah, when we went back to do a seance again later on that night, it was near 3:00, and we're sitting at the table, and we were really tired now at this stage, and anyway, like that, we're all holding hands and we're calling out, and next thing I feel, now I wear leggings, of course, so they're like high-waisted leggings, but anyway, on the back of them, you could feel what felt like hands, like fingers, just on my back, my lower back, and I was like, I just grabbed, my sister was right beside me, and I just went, and she was like, I have never experienced that. I've seen a lot of things, but I've never. I had maybe a bit of the hair.
Yeah, physically touch it.
Don't do that to me.
You just be like, woo. You just walk into it. But like it was like you could feel
proper touch.
Yeah. It was and I did not. And I remember, and I grabbed Niall's hand as well, and I was just like, someone is touching my back. And I just, that was, I didn't like that now. I kept going, okay, now, you can stop.
Yeah, that's the man that he oh, Lord.
Man.
What they don't tell you in the history books is, and I don't know if this is okay to say in live or not. I really don't know if it's okay.
When you go, look yourself out.
I don't even know if it's okay for the castle to say it.
You should change some words if you want.
Well, Well, obviously, throughout the years, all these, and from the 13th century and so on, young
Yeah.
women used to be brought over.
Uh-huh.
Young women used to be brought over. The audio we have from that, it's residual. You have
Oh,
to
right,
hear.
I get it. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
So of the
Aye,
act, you've got residual of the
we
act.
have it. We even have her name. We have her name. Nobody knows her name. I looked up the history, and her name is not in the books or anything. History, like I always say, not all history is written in books, which is why
Yeah.
we repeatedly or repetitively go back to the same locations. Sorry, I think I've hay fever or antihistamine or head cold. I don't know what I have, but it's driving me crazy. But so we have that. But after this, I will definitely send it on to you, and I even play here and have a listen to it. But it is absolutely phenomenon. I wish I could share it, but I can't. I wish I
Definitely
could.
keep an eye out on their channel, guys, to watch it.
Definitely, yeah.
I mean, I looked at the video last night and the history of it and stuff like that. But is there any hauntings in the grounds of the castle?
Yes. When you go up to the bloody chapel, you
Right.
look out the window and there's a laneway. And we have seen it before. Like it's just a country laneway. I mean, like you have a cottage and rarely cars go up and down there. You would hear them, rarely cars go up and down. But you see what looks like a lantern. I've seen it. I've seen it myself, and there's kind of a blinking and rubbing your eyes because you're tired, or it's dark. It's in the country, so there's no
Pareidolia or something.
totally. And so you're looking again, and you're thinking, now is it somebody with a torch, but the torch was a total different light, because it would highlight a little bit of the hedge, highlight a little bit of the road, even though we're up in the bloody chapel. But it was like a yellow light, like a lantern. Oh, we could see that in the laneway. That has been common with teams that have been there, or people, even the owner would have seen it as well. He would have
what
seen
a residual then?
Could be residual, yeah. Could be.
Is there any ley lines that run through the castle?
I think there is.
I think so, and that's where I think that the whole druids and things like that were there.
Yeah.
That's so common, isn't it? That's so common, the ley lines there with the druids and things.
Yeah.
I find that very interesting, because Drew, you do this kind of stuff in that, and I found that a lot of places that are really haunted have ley lines running through them. Let's see that castle we were at, Drew. That's got a ley line running right through it. I found that out the other day.
The activity was through the roof.
Is there any water next to it? Like a river or like a lake or?
Not near it. I've never seen one. And we have drove around. My God, my English is really bad tonight. Drove around the area, like we've gone from Tipperary to Offaly, like from Redwood Castle to Leap Castle, and we haven't. I know myself, and I know with Lee.
Is there a well on the property?
I'd say there probably is. I'd say
right.
I'd imagine as a castle, they'd have water nearby. I'd imagine. Yeah, but it is on a cliff. It's on like the back. Where you seen the door shutting. That's a little tiny conservatory out there, and it's like a cliff face. It just goes down, isn't it, Jenny? It just goes straight down.
It's
so.
Please subscribe. The link's in the chat, guys.
There's the link in the chat. See, I bet you, and I bet you this. I bet this is the case. I've got a castle near where Drew's actually done an investigation there, and she's picked up some amazing stuff. Please check her channel out, guys. Drew's Abandoned Paranormal. But I bet you own that property. There's mass graves.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
You should just dig a hole and throw them in.
There is, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean,
it'd be interesting if you could find where one of the graves are.
Well, there's an oubliette.
The oubliette.
Yeah, the bloody chapel. And what's it called? Irony, basically, that they were thrown through there, which is where the church was up at the top. But it was seen that then you were downwards, that you were going down, like as into hell. So they'd leave you in there, and then they would have, isn't that right, Jenny? They would have their banquets and all that, and they could hear you screaming and shouting.
That's it. And there would be spikes at the bottom.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Spikes. So they wouldn't die straight away. It would be a long, painful death. And like Lou said, down the banquet, they could hear them scream. And it took over 3 cartloads of human bones. So there's over 300 bodies and of just human bones, 3 horse cartloads to empty that out. We've been there. So what we haven't done yet, but we said when we go back again, we'll do it, is to get like we can't go down into it because there's always like birds nesting there and they're protected and so on. And so we're going to kind of tie a
water or something,
a quarter, and then lower it down, and see if we get anything from that. I mean, I'm sure. I mean,
that'd be amazing.
I did read. Supposedly there was they found a few bodies as well in the walls, and they just left them there because they said maybe they're there to protect the castle. I know there is other castles that have bodies as well, but that's.
I've heard about that. Is that just an Irish thing or something? Is that just an Irish thing? Because I've heard about that. It happens.
Yeah, I've John in mine.
What?
I've John in my house.
Remind me, Drew, if we ever go to Ireland, never don't piss any Irish people off.
Yes.
We turn into banshees.
It does seem to be a good form. It does seem to be one of the most forms of torture, if you like. It's not even torture, it's the end of death, end of life for the medieval castles.
Yeah. But it is unusual. Oh, sorry.
What when you go, sorry?
Oh no, I was just going to say, like, you know, like trinkets and things. Like in America, you'd hear a lot of people, you know, you find shoes in the walls or like in a book or something, and it was like protection or coins or something.
Yes, yeah. To pay.
It'd be interesting to find out if there was any witch trials there. And I know that's something that Drew's right into his witch trials and things like that.
Yeah.
Because a castle like that, obviously, because obviously at the time if witches were found, they would have been brought to the castle. Whoever was the landowner at the time, they would have been trialed and then executed. It makes you wonder if there's anything on the land there that's maybe that's what's maybe caused the elemental. Maybe you don't know.
I know I was told that you know, certain trees, if they're out in the middle on their own in a field, a very old now style tree, you know, like maybe an oak or so, they were used for they were called the hanging trees.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd have to look more into that, but that's what I was told. Yeah, from history. Yeah. So if you see sometimes a random old tree in a field, that was.
Oh my God! I've got more about my house. There's a tree behind my house that's 400 years old.
Oh no!
Need the spirit box at it. See
it's a good idea. You know, I don't want anyone invited.
Definitely, sis. I think that as well.
Yeah, the trees could have stuff to say.
It's something that's actually. It's weird you say that because I was talking to someone that runs the local estate where I stay, and the village where I stay. I'm friends with the guy, the head gardener at the estate, and I was actually talking to him about it. And there's one tree in particular, and it's 670 years old. And it's, you know, the one I'm talking about, Drew, the one at the start of the grounds as you go down. Remember I showed you?
Yeah, probably if you pointed it out. There's not many up there.
That tree is 600. I'll just say 600 years old. Can you imagine what that's witnessed? And
wow, that's just crazy.
The castles and the battles and
that's nearly as old as Leap Castle.
Yeah.
Crazy, isn't it?
It's still alive, is it?
It's still alive. Yeah. Still to this day. The estate think it's got another couple of 100 years left in it.
That's amazing.
There you go.
Yeah. And it'd be great if you could. It'd be interesting to do an investigation round about one of these old trees to see what you pick up, because they say that trees are life forms, so it makes you wonder if anything that's maybe absorbed the energy at the battlegrounds and stuff like that. Because you think of the blood getting spilt in the ground, and then the tree's roots are obviously soaking up the water with the blood in it, and
I've heard the trees talk. Honestly,
I've heard about that.
People think you're crazy, but it's the truth.
You know,
there you go.
You just need to
See, there you go. So, Jenny, where are you going next? What strange, exciting location are you and Lulu going to next? Dark and evil.
Dangerous.
Do you know where we are?
You make it sound so exciting, Christopher.
Yeah.
I'm trying to hype it up. What month are we in now? We're in July.
July.
Mm-hmm.
So we have I'm sure between now and the next few weeks, we'll be going back to the museum because, like I said, that's our location. That's close to us. Thank you, lovey. That's close to us. That's our location, and so on and so on. On the 18th of August, we are going to London. That's a really bad London.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, you were saying to me about that. London.
We're
The
going
big tune.
Huh?
The big tune.
The big tune. So we're going to meet up with Russell Edwards, who is the author of Naming Jack the Ripper. And because I had him on my show a month or two ago, and he was in Whitechapel on the live. He was in Whitechapel, so it was great to interview him. And he walked around all the spots where murders had taken place. So we're going to meet with myself and Lou and Niall are going over to meet with himself.
That'll be good.
And then we're going to. He's going to give us the tour and whatnot, and then we're going to do a little of an investigation after that. And he had given us permission to go live, so we will be going live doing that.
That's cool.
I'm looking forward to it.
Watching that.
Oh, I'm so. The only thing I'm not looking forward to is flying.
Yeah,
but there's
also worth it to get there.
It will be worth.
I've never been in an airplane. I've never been in an airplane.
Their Sherry's only 2 hours from that.
I've never been in an aircraft. I've been in a ferry.
Yep,
to
Sherry's
Ireland.
2 hours away.
That's
Sherry?
brilliant.
Sherry.
Excuse me. I think a few of her friends are going to join us, like Tracy. I think Tracy and her husband Ray is going to meet us there. They're about is it an hour away from it, I think. And then the next day we are going to go to the catacombs. We're going to see, because I know Tracy was telling me about the catacombs. So it's like under the bridge.
Yes,
So it's like a scare fest and things like that, something like that we can go and have a little tour of that and see how it is.
What would you go to the Paris catacombs?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's my place to go to.
Yeah.
I would love to.
See, I couldn't. I'm claustrophobic. I couldn't do it.
Wow.
It's.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about the corpses down there. Was there 3 million bodies?
Yeah.
Is there?
So to go to it.
Oh yeah, because there's loads of just skulls, isn't there, as well?
Yeah.
There's chambers that are like 30 feet across, but like 60 feet deep, and all they are is femurs.
All what is it?
Femurs.
Femurs, and then there'll be another one. What'll be is the arm bones, and then there'll be another one that'll all be skulls.
Oh my god!
Someone must have been a bit OCD. That place. Okay, guys, we're going to get the femurs over here.
Yeah, okay, and it must be in Florida.
You could bring home a skull as a souvenir or something.
Oh gosh!
Imagine that's your job, you know.
I know.
I'm the femur man, you know. Today, I did 200.
You think of the people that's went missing in the catacombs? You think of the people that's went missing in those catacombs? I mean, they reckon there's 500 miles. 500 miles.
Do you think the footage is real that they found in that camera is somebody that had disappeared? I don't know if that's real or not.
We have to go. Have to go to it.
I don't know. You ever seen the film as of? What's that?
Would you get a plane and go over?
Yeah, I would. Oh yeah,
there is a boat to France.
Yeah,
you could.
You'd be fine.
There's a train as well.
There's a train to France as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Aye, it's a shame there's no a train for Ireland to the UK, and then
no.
Cool.
I kind of see why they probably.
In the future, there'll be one in the future.
True.
Well, they're meant to be building it in the next 5 years. They're meant to start the building the new bridge from Port Patrick to Scotland.
Where? Oh, Scotland. Oh yeah.
Yes. Did you know? It's costing something stupid like £5 trillion or something.
Is this from Scotland to Ireland?
Yeah.
I think
Port Patrick.
Where? Then you
Port Patrick, because it's the shortest point. It's only like 20 miles or something. It's the shortest point between Port Patrick and Northern Ireland.
Right.
I would do that. I would do that, and probably whenever we have to go, like get another train down, because I know I think it's just 4, 5, 6 hours from London to Scotland.
Yes, because my brother comes up. My brother lives in London. He's looking, and he comes up Christmas time, and it's usually about 6 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
But in a
crazy.
plane, it's only something like an hour and a half or something like that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great. Oh my gosh.
I mean,
What do you
aeroplanes are a lot safer nowadays. They are a lot safer. Yeah, I mean,
it'd probably take me, myself, Lou, and Niall about 10 hours because we'd keep stopping. That's my dog. We'd keep
why
stopping.
don't you
We'd find
drive?
Huh?
We stopped
Why don't you
where?
drive?
Drive from.
Thanks, lost souls.
Thank you, Lussos. What about driving? Would you know drive, get the ferry across, and then drive down?
And then drive to London.
Yes.
I don't know about driving to London.
Get the
you see that.
train.
Yeah, the train things.
I
would be
drive
good.
Scotland
Maybe
now.
they could worry about a car, parking a car and
Mm.
things. So you'd be able just to train it and bus it.
Yeah.
Oh
Mm.
gosh.
'Cause
Train.
parking would be terrible.
Oh, in London now
Yeah.
you've got the emission zone and stuff like that. If your car's a certain age, you have to get fined and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
How old?
I think it's after.
You're
Is it
welcome to come up,
2012? It's
Joshua.
after 2012. If it's after 2012 and it's a petrol, it's okay. But if it's after 2012 and it's a diesel, you're not allowed. It's got to be after 2018 and it's a diesel.
Right.
Wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
It's called the ULAZ or whatever it's
Oh,
called. And emissions zone madness,
Yeah.
you know.
Mm.
But the thing is, where would you, if you could go anywhere in the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
And anywhere in the United States, where would it be? Jenny, where would you go?
I have to go to Alcatraz.
Yeah.
Really?
And I know a lot of people say Alcatraz and it's like, pick something else, something original. But no, I like Alcatraz.
Yeah.
That's the only one that I'm fixated on. I'd like to find out about the Conjuring House. Is that what it is? Is it movie based? Is it? I mean, I'm sure something happened, but is it
Something
what
like
it is?
that,
It's one of those things that might be away now again. Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. I'm co-hosting a show with a friend of mine, and she has a guest who used to own the Conjuring House.
Andrea. Oh,
And
right.
that will be on in the next week. So
Right.
I'm looking forward to that. It's her
Tune in,
first
guys.
show, so it's going to be fantastic. So really looking forward to that, especially speaking with him as well, and then being the co-host with Suzette on her first show.
There's the link in the chat, guys. Please give the channel a subscribe. Lulu, anywhere in the United States, where?
Probably the Amityville house.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
That's an
Just
interesting
see
one,
what
that,
you get
because
from that,
Yeah. Another
it
good
changes
one.
hands
Yeah.
every 6 months, what I've been told. And
Really?
they'll not allow it. The people that's got it now, they've had it for like 2 years now. I was talking to somebody that's wanted to go ghost hunting there, and they don't stay in it, and they will not rent it out for any ghost and paranormal investigations.
Yeah.
I'd like to
Especially
know
when they're doing.
Doesn't it?
I'd like to know why. There is another place I'd love to do because I'm very in favor of this woman. It would be the Lizzie Borden house.
I was just thinking of that. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I'd like to go to the
Yeah.
Lizzie Borden
I'd like,
house.
because I'm in favor of her.
And her other house that she actually stayed in, I would like to go and investigate
yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'd
I
love
could
to see
say-
Salem as well, just to see
Yeah,
it.
that's what I was just.
Yes.
I would like to go.
Oh, I love all of
There's
that.
so many great places, isn't there? What about Scotland? Would you investigate anywhere up here?
I love
Oh, yeah.
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
I love
I'd go
Edinburgh.
anywhere, wherever's good.
Listen,
You're like me. Just take me there.
Aye.
Go. Yeah.
just bring us there. We'll do it. I know when we were going down to Wexford to the day of the Unexplained convention in Wexford in February. Was it February, May? February.
Yeah.
And it took us a little longer to get there because we stopped and is it John's Castle or something like that, and doing a live from there, and then we got food. We went into one of the shops where they had just had everything fabulously displayed, and we're like, oh my God, you have a lot of food at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. But they had a TV crew going in, and then myself and Lou and Niall went down. I think myself and Niall got half food, so we kind of ruined the beautiful display for the TV.
It was competition or something, wasn't it? Yeah.
Competition.
Just easily distracted.
So
we could plan to meet us at 4 and it'd be like 5 hours later. Like, yeah.
Oh God.
What about Loch Ness, Jenny? Would you go out in a wee rowing boat to look for
Yes,
the
I would.
monster?
Yes, I
Thought you were gonna
would.
say
Well, I can picture Jen doing that.
Aye,
I'd probably go and
aye,
look for it and say, hey, fishy, fishy, come home with me. My house is full of animals.
yeah. Aye,
Yeah,
you like animals.
see
If
you
it
You like
was
animals. You might be in luck. You might be
I
in
can
luck.
see you spotting
It's
it.
big enough you could toddle it. It'll take you back to Ireland.
Yeah.
Get a little harness for a little bit for the mouth and the
You know what?
reins, my
Just
hat.
take me home.
I would do that. I would love it. I have.
Well, but
Sorry, go ahead.
no, when you go,
I was going to have looked up the lock of the width of it and the depth of it and how
Yeah.
big the Loch Ness monster would be. I like to call it a nicer name than the Loch Ness monster because I'm sure he's not a Loch Ness monster. You know, I'm sure he or she is
Or
lovely.
something like that. I don't know. You could name it something, depending what it was, a man or a woman. You know, you could name it something.
We have to think of a name for the Loch Ness monster. Monsters, you know.
Yeah,
The
they
reason
could
I
have
say
thought of
Loch,
something better than that. Yeah.
Oh no,
the
Fluffy.
reason I say Loch Ness monster. Would you like to go to what's left of Alistair Crowley's house? I know that Drew wants to go, but
Oh,
would you?
definitely.
Mm.
Even outside it,
whatever.
you don't need to be in the house. Outside it.
Which house? Which house?
Crowley's.
Alistair Crowley's.
Tell me who that is. I should know. Don't
Alistair Crowley. Drew.
tell me.
Basically, he was. What was he again? He was witchcraft and demonology and things. Well, more demonology, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds familiar.
I love that.
Cultist. I don't want to say too
Aye.
much, but he was basically a cultist. He's one of the most famous occultists in British history.
Yes.
Oh wow, I would love that.
He opened portals and different things, and basically pushed the veil. Yeah, Crowley was into a lot.
In the background, my house is never quiet. Do you have my dog snoring?
How many dogs do you have now?
I have
Jenny,
4
round about
dogs.
you?
Lulu has my foster dog until Sunday.
Oh,
The
What's it doing? It's probably
doing
running about
good.
your living room
I
now,
forgot she wasn't
ripping
here.
everything up.
yeah, that's what else she does, guys. She helps out all the dogs and things.
I do rescue. I do a lot of rescue work. Sunday week ago, I had a 10-month-old pup brought to me because the son had an allergy to the dog. A 10-month-old pup. Okay, St. Bernard.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Like he was so funny. He was so funny. Like he was like, like what's this? Oh, it's just my foot you're chewing on. It's like a bone. It's still attached to me, and I can still feel it. And his name was Bear, and he was a big slobber. And I swear to God, because I have a Chihuahua, a Jack Russell, and a Yorkshire Terrier, and then my collie. For him, I had to. They never met. They met from afar because he thought toys.
Oh no.
Oh, my Chihuahua was having a moment. My Yorkshire Terrier was like, no. My Jack Russell pup was kind of like held to the no. And my collie is 12 thinking, try it, buddy, try it.
Oh.
I totally don't it.
I know. And he had a home before he even arrived in my house. He had a home to my friend down the south of Ireland. And everyone wanted him. Do you think I had one offer for the whippet? And Louise, I have your adoption papers here for Enya, the whippet.
Can I ask you something, Jenny? What charity is it? A charity that sends the dogs to you? Or is it an what's the name of it so as we can get some publicity?
It's me. Me.
She's the charity.
They come from everywhere. Different rescues around Ireland. So I would be part of the Home Checkers Ireland. So people are interested in adopting a dog. Rescues will ask me saying, Jenny, we need a home check for your area where you live, and I go home check. So where the whippet came from, she came from a Wexford pound. Wexford is about 2.5 hours, isn't it, Lulu? I think about 2.5 hours.
2 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 hours. And a friend of mine, he's paranormal as well, but he also does rescue. And then he sends me pictures, and I said, Shawnee, if you're watching this, Shawnee, if you send me another picture of another dog, that I was like, oh my God.
Can't resist.
And I love whippets. Between that, I had a whippet, I had a greyhound, greyhound was only for a few hours, and I had St. Bernard, and then I had 2 litters of kittens in the last 3 weeks. People said, "How do you do it, Jenny? How do you do all this work?" And I say, "Wine, wine." and a lot of vomit.
Actually, I sent you a message. We were talking the other night. I said, "How do you do it?" Oh, because I've got to have my afternoon nap.
You know what? Shattered. But it's in me to do it. It's in me to do it. It's in me. I'm cutting up some free time now, so concentration on Emerald Isle, our YouTube page, trying to get that more. We have 3 investigations full of audio and video footage to do.
Yeah, it's not fair that some of the great teams like yourself don't grow fast on YouTube. We need to help push you out.
That's it.
Lizzie,
guys.
Yeah, please share out your links and please subscribe to Emerald. The link's in there for Emerald Isle Paranormal, and please subscribe to Drew's channel too. We were actually a graveyard. I was got my Scottish there. A graveyard. Yesterday, and I videoed Drew about it, and we caught some really interesting pictures. They were all coming to Drew. I think they were coming to Drew because of that ghost detector thing you had, and it was very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. I've never asked. Yeah.
Sorry. No, I was just saying, do you want to hear a little bit of audio from Leap Castle?
Aye, let's have a little bit of audio because we've got about 15 minutes left of the show.
Okay, let me. Oh Lord, now you know what I'm like. Where's my audio? Where's my audio? Let me find it. Here we go.
Audio, ladies and gentlemen, for Leap Castle.
I do love my audio. A lot of this is.
I don't know why I'm whispering.
A lot of this, I don't know what happened with this, but a lot of this is signed me out. Oh my goodness, what's your password? There's about 50 million of my passwords. Oh my goodness. So I might get it, I might not. I don't know.
That's what I like about it. It makes us passwords for you.
Let me see, one of them, they kind of I don't know what happened. I had to update, and they signed me out of bloody everything. And they want me to remember my passwords. Are you kidding me?
There was a big update for Windows tonight, which I done.
That delayed me, getting on.
Oh no!
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I was like, "What is this?" I was like, "Oh my god, I'm in a rush."
Always happens when you've got a live or something to do, doesn't it?
Then my iPad wanted to update it.
Do you know the way you were saying places in Scotland? You know Mary Queen of Scots, where she stayed?
Yes.
Is that up in Scotland? I'd like to go.
Okay.
Yes,
or was
it could be, yeah.
There's
quite a few places.
Usually they stayed in 2 or 3 houses, so you would just have to research what one she was in the most of the time.
Yeah. Could be residual that be left, but be interesting.
Yeah, there's usually 2 or 3 castles that they've been in.
Yeah. Queen probably owns 1 or 2, does she? Oh, sorry, King.
The new dude.
Don't mind me. I'm looking for. Oh yeah. You know,
you've only got like 1.5 million.
What? I have about
6 hours later.
I know. I've 900 tracks on this.
Thank you, guys.
I've 900 tracks on this.
Remember to subscribe to each other as well.
Aye, guys, share your bones, as Danny says.
Okay.
Roll your bones, no share your bones. I don't know what that means on my left leg.
I'm looking for. Oh my God, Jennifer! No pressure, girl. No pressure.
I imagine you've got a time bomb and you have to save the human race.
Well,
no pressure on her.
Yeah, beads of sweat. Oh, doggy daycare.
Conundrum.
We have as well, guys.
Redwood Castle there. Okay, so there's one here.
You got it.
Okay, I have one here. Let me bring and to share. Okay, let me do that. Okay, here we go. Oh, Lordy Lou. Okie dokie. So let me see. So the one I would play for you would be this one here. Okay, I'll give this one a play. Hold on.
Jenny, a biatch. Can you say that word, biatch?
No, did I say Jenny? So what's happening there is when the spirit box was on and we heard the word BITCH. So when this guy said, "Can you call Jenny that name again?" What they heard on the spirit box was the name that he called me, the BITCH. But what we didn't hear was underneath when a man saying, "Hey, Jenny, you're a..."
Oh.
Stops there, and then it says the word at the end. So I'll play it again. Here we go.
Bitch! Oh my. Jenny, a biatch? Can you say that word, biatch?
So it's like, "Hey, Jenny, you're a..."
Yeah, you can hear it.
And I said, "Take a ticket, take a seat, and get in line with the rest of them."
Mrs. Bitch to you,
Constant. Another one here. This one here, now I'll play this one quickly. This is a friend of mine's anniversary was coming up, and we had the spirit box on, and one of the guys said to me, "Jenny, why don't you call out for your friend?" And I'm like, "Well, I never call out for my friends who've passed on in location, any location, and so on, especially like in Leap Castle." And something told me
to come there.
That's it. And why would you be here? So I kind of said, "You know what? Why not? I'll call out." And so I said, "Hey, Neve, when I go visit you, what do I take with me?" And I'm not going to tell you what. I probably says what I said, and I did. I named it. I have to stop naming them because people have to guess what is being said. But it says dogs, and I take my 2 big dogs with me to visit Neve's grave, but I have it looped. But we didn't hear it on the night. I heard it when I got home, did audio. That question was coming up, and I was like, "Okay, nothing." And then this came through, and I'm like, and that for me almost made me stop doing investigations in the paranormal, because when we hear audio or EVPs and audio whatnot, it's great, we want it. When it comes to one of your own personal ones, you're thinking,
it's different.
Totally, this is real. So I'll play it quickly now for you. Here we go.
Neve, when I go and visit you, who do I take with me? I'm going to tell you what I take with me to see if you can all hear it. Dogs. I take my dogs with me.
So that's me telling the table, because we heard nothing on the spirit box. So I said to the guys, "I'm going to tell you all, what I take with me. I take my dogs." So I have that looped. So the first one is just dogs. And I'm like, "No. Wow."
Yeah.
Like, I take my dogs with me. I take my dogs. I'll play it one more time.
There's 2 big dogs I take with me. Neve, when I go and visit you, who do I take with me? I'm going to tell you what I take with me.
And then that for me was, Lou, I love doing that, Lou, in your full screen. That for me was, I put my face in my hands, like, what?
Yeah.
And I was like, I was going to finish doing investigations, because that was legit for me then, if that makes sense. Even though everything we do, we do it well, we do it with honesty, we do it truthfully, we do hard work. If we're not sure of something, we don't put it up. Even if we think it's paranormal and we're not sure, it's not clear enough to us, we don't put it up. We only put up what other people will understand and see. So that for me, when I heard that, and she said dogs, and it sounds female to me, and dogs, and I'm like, "Oh, Neve," because I would sit here all the time and call out for her in my own living room. No, don't do call out in your own house, folks. You don't want to.
Don't.
I know what you want to hear, but so yeah, it's this was in Leap Castle.
Yeah,
and
it's the old places, isn't it? The old places she came through there.
I know, and I'm like, "Okay, Neve, thank you for doing that. Thank you, Sabara."
She's probably there as one of your guides then, and that's why she was answering you on location.
She was very spiritual.
Your guide.
Yeah, Neve was very spiritual. Yeah, she was really good at it. She had that sixth sense.
Yeah, she'll be one of your guides.
I hope so.
Just that how family members and friends and that have passed will follow you about. It is interesting that. I mean, because when we were at last, what day was it we were away, Drew, with Alan, last Sunday?
We were in last Sunday. Yeah, we went last Sunday. I think it was.
And what was the detector on your phone said a name out when we were walking around about the graveyard, and we couldn't find it. But we went to a little bridge after it. It's quite a famous bridge. It was
That's
like
right.
16th century, 15th, 16th
It
century.
kept saying
And
B,
there's the name.
B, and we
Aye,
couldn't find B until we went to
somebody
the bridge.
scraped. Somebody scraped like Bert. I can't remember the name. I would need to go and look.
Aye.
I'll just say Bert. It was somebody had scraped like Bert into the bridge.
But the B
Bridge
was
Castle.
right. It was really scraped out, the B. Really scraped
And-
out. It was trinkly.
And it dates below it like 1911 and 1875 where people had scraped into it.
Gosh.
So it makes you wonder, the graveyard we were in, were those people in there? And then when maybe they were buried because it was relatively close. It was only like 4 miles away.
Mm.
It was the graveyard where they would have went. So it just shows you.
I know. And you don't think that they would follow you, thinking like, no. But yeah, we're in the field of investigation and research and paranormal. Why doubt how our own families or friends can come through? But you don't doubt what you get on audio and EVP. But you kind of like, oh, was it you? Was it? I don't know. And then I heard some man in my house when I was doing audio in my house, again, doing audio in my house. And I heard a man and he said my name. I do have that in the depths of my audio, but he says my name. And I heard him saying Jenny. Jenny is kind of like, it was a J and an E at the end, Jenny.
Yeah.
And I was like, did you say something? Were you trying to say something to me? And that's on the recorder. I was here in the house by myself and it was behind me here. I was sitting on the couch over there. And so I have the DVP, because you'll hear me asking, did you say something? And then you'll hear on the recorder him saying my name. So, yes, there's an alive man in my house. Not a real one.
Maybe they do follow you home, and some of them do. I think we're always careful, and we always lay down the rules and stuff like that. We're always kind of careful and stuff.
Yeah.
Like Lulu, for instance, taking their roses, the woman's probably followed you back to yours.
I thought you gave me them.
It'd be a different spot. It'd be a different story if it was a box of cabbage roses. Now,
Before I leave the house, I protect. I always light my altar up and ask my guides to come with us, and I always ask them to keep everything that's negative away from us.
Yeah.
So you've got to trust your guides.
Yeah. I don't think even I myself don't ask enough of them. And I know a friend of mine was telling me, like, work with them. She's shown me how to work with them. If you feel something, acknowledge them. Don't ignore them because they're like, well, she's not listening to me. Acknowledge them. And that's what I'm trying to do.
It was quite funny last Sunday. It was quite funny. I was walking around, but it was where like William Wallace was meant to get married, and there was like tombs at the back. There was like tombs at the back, and Drew and the cameraman Alan were behind me, weren't they, Drew? Weren't you, Drew, behind me? And I seen a tomb, and I thought, oh, look at that! There's a tomb, and someone had left the door unlocked. I imagine.
No way.
So I went to go in. I says, "You two coming in?" I seen the two of them just getting further and further away from me.
I was like, I'm here. I could hear in my head, "Don't go," or something like that. I see it on the video. I just heard, "Don't do it."
Yeah,
but
it was weird because, I was drawn into it, and the tomb itself was it Smiley? What was the man's name?
It was Robert Smiley, the one who had the childbirth in hospital, the maternity hospital. And the funny thing was, I wasn't born in that hospital, and neither was Alan. The only person born in was Chris.
No.
Near it.
And I know, and when I opened the door, I never walked through the threshold. I felt, come on in, take some pictures. That's what I felt. But they too felt.
I felt the
don't
opposite.
Go in, you're no welcome.
Oh my gosh!
And it's yeah. So, do you have any lives tomorrow night? Do you have anything to do tomorrow night, Jenny?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Because Jenny doesn't stop and Jenny doesn't sleep.
Enough.
The Energizer Bunny.
Oh Lord, I'm just about to drop a tiredness. Sometimes I have a show on tomorrow night. I have Anthony, and Anthony, I know he was watching earlier. Please don't kill me. I know my friend can say his surname wrong. I know when people say, "What's your surname, Jenny? Sanyasi?" or whatever.
Well, that's like Christopher. We were Stephanie. Always calls her Steve.
I know. I just do that as a joke now.
What do you say?
He always calls
Stephanie
Stephanie in the chat. Steve.
Oh no, I'm looking for his name up here.
I've got these things saying no, don't they anymore?
Anthony, because he did say hi earlier, and I'm rolling up the. It's like Sibelius. I'm sorry, Anthony, if I'm saying your name completely wrong. I will have a proper for tomorrow night. I promise I will. I will. But he's there. He is there. He was watching earlier. But he's on the show tomorrow night, and so I'm looking forward to speaking. He's from Texas. I'm looking forward to speaking with him. Let me tell you very quickly here. Let me just take out my million books of work that I have to do. So Anthony is he's a ghost hunter, founder of Texas Wrath Hunters.
Oh, Texas Wrath Hunters, good stuff.
Well, he's on tomorrow night with us. So that'll be interesting. That'll be fun because I like Anthony.
I'll
tune in to watch that if I'm not doing my live or whatever. But Drew, are you live tomorrow night? Are you live tomorrow?
I think we'll be on Christina's channel. She is live tomorrow night, and Uncle Daniel and things. But me personally, no. But I might be on their channel.
And Lulu, you'll be getting chased about the house with a woman after the roses.
Yeah, and John in the wall. So I'll be busy and the whippet.
And the whippet.
And the whippet. I have 2 springers already, so I'm probably mad now taking a whippet now as well at the moment.
I know. Well, listen, I mean, it'll be your.
You've been known as a local dog lady.
Yeah. I mean, I have 4. You have 2. I think you need to.
She's going to have you another 2 before the month's out.
Yeah. I think it's like a new home moving in gift. There you go.
Aye, you should get. I think you should get her 2 St. Bernards as a.
Oh, sure, why not, Chris? Yeah.
And maybe just throwing a Loch Ness monster as well.
Yeah, some cattle out the back.
Oh my god, I can just see feeding time. You'll have a big trough.
That's like that here. It's non-stop feed. The Chihuahua, my Chihuahua loves the food. She's always on a diet. If her food works for her, I'm going to be eating Hill's Science Plan, whatever you call it, metabolic biscuits. So I have a wedding in 3 weeks. I have a fabulous. I know.
They do it for us, yeah.
Huh?
They do it for us.
Listen, what are you nibbling on tonight? Those little nuts. They don't know about dog biscuits. So metabolic dog biscuits in a little clear bag that I'm going to take for snacks on investigations. So
have you ever tried the Cam dog biscuits?
The what?
When dogs, I don't obviously hear us. The Cam dog biscuits. You never tried the Cam's dog biscuits?
No.
Little biscuits, right? And you get them in like Pets or whatever they're called.
Aye.
And you get like a wee tub, like a wee round tub, and they've got, I don't know what's in them. They're kind of like purpley looking, and they relax your dog. They're really good.
Oh, I would say to someone, "Hey, let's have fun. Open your mouth," and I throw like some sweet into your mouth, and 5 biscuits later, and they'd be like,
"The dog's lying there."
Where can I get those? Asking for a friend. Where can I get them? Asking for a friend.
Christine.
Oh, thank you, Christine.
Thank you, Christine.
Because they're like my Chihuahua's on a diet. She is losing a little bit compared to what she was, and it's working for her. And I have a wedding to go in 3 weeks. So, listen, dog food is tested by humans before we give them to dogs. So,
Jen, you can't eat the dog food.
You can't eat dog food?
No, you can't eat the dog food.
Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we talk about dog food. What dog food do you like?
If that's what you're implying to lose weight.
Jenna, I came in to get you for Christmas. I'll get you one of the big Bonio things. You can sit and gnaw away at it.
That'll last me a while when I'm watching a movie with a glass of wine with a Bonio.
You can dip it in. Dip it in.
Rawhide? That'll last me like a month, the rawhide. Oh, that's so funny. But they do, like Josh was saying lately, sweet potato. And sweet potato is great. Human food is great for the dogs.
True.
Great for dogs.
Watermelon. watermelon.
I
You ever
have
gave your
that
dog
in
watermelon?
my fridge, yeah.
Yeah.
Look at my camera going blurry again.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the spirits. The
Spirits are
spirits.
there.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you everybody for coming tonight. It's been fantastic. Please remember and watch Jenny's live tomorrow, and also watch Drew's live tomorrow. Everybody watch everything. Please subscribe. Everybody share your bones. Share your bones again. Roll your bones again. You're here. You can have this Erin here. You can have this one.
Femur. Take your femur.
I've been busy all day. I've will use that excuse.
Christopher needs another.
We were too.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. And Lulu, I hope the spirit gets her roses back. I'll talk to you after the show. But
I'll try and bring
you later, dude.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for joining us on this exciting adventure with Ghost Squad Scotland. Our team of experienced ghost hunters use the latest technology to explore the paranormal and uncover the truth about the unknown. Don't forget that we're affiliated with Spirit Shack, the UK's premier ghost hunting equipment store, so you can trust our equipment to be top-notch. Plus, we have exclusive Ghost Squad Scotland merch available on our Zazzle store, so you can show your support for the team in style. And if you can't get enough of our ghost hunting adventures, be sure to tune into the Bonkers TV network to catch our show in action. Content creators can even have their own content syndicated on the network, or create their own custom online TV channel by visiting bonkers.net. Thank you for your support. And remember to always keep an open mind as we continue to explore the mysteries of the paranormal with Ghost Squad Scotland.